What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Ropes, BTR, as we're also known as. My name's Retro Relapse, aka Fernando, and with me, as always, on the ones and twos, holding it down as the BFF on the BFF duties, is Randizzle, aka Randy. What it do, Randizzle, on another Top Rope Tuesday?
I'm doing well on another beautiful Tuesday, and I'm doing even better because we're talking about wrestling,
You damn right.
right? But before we get into it, we would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe, give us 5 stars wherever you get your podcasts on every platform, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. Leave some comments, hit that little bell to get notified whenever we drop any new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday on Beyond the Ropes Pod, man. So we're almost there. We're getting very close, so we can start going live on the
We
Insta,
need your help.
the
Please
Facebook.
tell your friends and family, bug your coworkers, bug your tia and your tios, and tell them follow us on Facebook. I know everyone's got Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, I'm pretty sure you did some stupid shit. You don't have it anymore. But everyone who still does, please follow us and help us push to 100 followers so that way we can go live. We have this bet that's going on with our producer saying that we can't do it before his show can. And guess what? We're going to do it with your help because we want to go live for you guys on the socials. Help us out.
We can dual platform this where we can be live on, of course, the Go YouTube currently on Twitch, but we can do Twitch or YouTube and Spotify and Facebook or Instagram at the same time. So we just need the followers, and we'll get there. And we're gonna have to give a big FU to Cody Brusso.
What's his sports show name? Do you remember?
He has multiple ones, but there's a drinking one, and then the Cody Brusso
That's the one.
Sports. The new one, I'm not sure what it's called. But we're
Ah,
definitely going to beat him. That's the goal.
there you go. I thought I had it uh, saved or I had it written down, but then again, oh well.
Oh,
Sorry,
well.
Cody. Sorry, Cody. Make your stuff more memorable.
Heyo! But we'd also like to extend that big thank you to Cody for these beautiful layouts and nice little
Oh, of
breakdowns.
course. Yes, yes. We can't
He
send
still is
all
the
the hate,
yeah
hate, hate, hate.
he's still the a good part of a big part of how BTR runs. But Cody's also doing his own thing with sports, and that's awesome. And we also support him. You can find him if you go onto our Facebook and like and subscribe, and follow us. You can also see Cody's sportscast show there as well. So, but what are we talking about today, Fern? Since there's been a lot of wrestling, there's been a lot of wrestling this past couple weeks, and we're really leading up to what essentially is one of the biggest shows for WWE, which is the Royal Rumble. And of course, we're leading up to the spring pay-per-view for AEW, which is Revolution.
Before we jump into it, I found the name Sports on Tap.
Sports
Sports
on.
on Tap is where you grab yourself a cold one and you watch the boys talk about sports. Cody and Colin doing their thing, talking about anything and everything, but they won't touch wrestling because we know they know we'll school them. But there's your cheap plug.
That's a cheap plug. Hey, we're
Cheap
all
plug.
about cheap plugs here. And
You
don't
damn right.
forget to what's the word we're gonna give a shout out to one of our sponsors,
Mm.
Advanced Seamless Rain Gutter Solutions. If you are in Central Texas, everywhere from Floresville, San Antonio, New Braunfels, San Marcos, Austin, all the way up to Round Rock and Georgetown, even Waco, all the way to Bastrop, going to College Station, all the way to Del Rio. If you need gutters, gutter guards, any drainage issues, you want some drains or some water collection systems, give us a call at 512-213-5763 and let them know you heard it here for a nice discount.
Hit them up 1-800 I need gutters.
Guttersmadeeasy.com.
Oh my god.
But
Uh
like I said, there's a lot of wrestling going on, and I think we have something to
Topic
talk about.
Tuesday. Topic Tuesday. Today's topic for Tuesday, for Top Rope Tuesday. Topic Tuesday. Top Rope Tuesday.
BTR
Women
210, Top Rope Tuesday, Topic Tuesday. Say that
is
5 times
women.
fast. Say that 5 times fast.
BTR presents Top Rope Tuesday. Topic Tuesday. BTR Topic Tuesday. Topic Top Rope Tuesday.
BTR 210,
BTR 210 Topic Tuesday. Topic
Top Rope
Tuesday.
Topic Tuesday.
Top Rope Topic Tuesday. BTR 210 Top Rope Topic Tuesday is women's wrestling.
Woo!
We got it. Finally got to it. It's women's
We
wrestling.
got the women's wrestling.
You're damn right. There's not enough of it at times, but when we do get it, it's good. And there are times when it's not. I don't want to say that there's not, but there are times when you can
There's
tell there's there needs to be more lead offs in what they're doing, a little more producing in the matches, a little more listening to what's going on. But dude, you gotta love the women wrestling, man.
Yeah, and like you said, just like anything, there are peaks and valleys. And I think in the past, and granted, there was a big, what's the word, evolution in women's wrestling. For a long time, it was a lot of this TNA. That's what it was. And it was
Divas.
valets. It went from valets, where women weren't really wrestling, and then the women who were wrestling only got time once every couple of months for a match, and then you had a women's champion, and that was it. And it had to be someone big. It had to be someone famous. And this is introducing WrestleMania 1 with Cyndi Lauper's kind of stuff. And then there was a big low, and then they brought back women's wrestling, and it was more about just bra and panties matches. This is the Attitude
Being a
Era where
valet.
valleys. Nitro had the Nitro girls, and there was TNA had women in their cages, the go-go dancers. So there was a low for women's wrestling, and then it started kind of ramping up on the tail end of Attitude Era, and you went from women's divas to women's champions, and then there was an evolution where some of the women were having banger matches, even better than some men matches, and they at some point got to the pinnacle, and they were the main event of WrestleMania. So, and now we're in a nice spot where there are some women who are fantastic storytellers. There are some women who are fantastic wrestlers, and we're starting to get a mix of both of that because the beauty of nowadays wrestling is there's something for everyone, right? You have TNA, you have WWE, and you have AEW, the three of the bigger companies right now. And is there anyone that stands out to you currently in any of those promotions that you want to talk about on your end?
One person as of late that's been getting again, I feel and I see as a TV push is Liv Morgan. She has an it factor about her, not so much in her wrestling, but as the attitude and the sass and her grip of the mic when she's got the camera on her. And they are showing that they want to push her again. She did get injured before. A lot of times they do get injured when they're, you know, uh, putting their bodies out there on the line day in day out, week after week. She did get injured. She had a bad shoulder injury. She came back from it. They're getting ready to give her the rocket straps again and put her out there, and it's going to be nice to see because she's a believable talent and competitor in the ring.
It was a nice change from when you saw her coming out of NXT. She was in part of a group, the Riot
Riot
Squad,
Squad.
and then people things happen and people leave and move to different companies. And then for a second there, she was just kind of thrown into tag team situations. She was with Rhea, she was with Raquel, she was with Natalia at one point,
Hmm.
and then she really got her footing. And I think like we can speak to it together is she already had her footing. She started kind of ramping up when she started teaming up with Rhea, and Rhea turned on her to go into the Judgment Day, and then
Yep.
she was hurt, And then where she really like just took off is when she came back and took her spot in the Judgment Day, and it's kind of really blown up from there, even more so than what she was at already.
Yep.
So it's pretty awesome, and I'm psyched to hear that they're pushing her because she was on a upward trajectory, and then she got hurt, unfortunately. Like we said, like wrestling isn't a ballet. It's you put your body on the line and things happen.
Hmm.
And it seems like now that she made her return at SummerSlam, she's back on that back on that wagon to go straight up.
Right now, she's with Roxanne as a tag team, pushing to go fight for the gold. But I wouldn't put it against them if they didn't fucking let her win the women's Royal Rumble, and she goes straight after Stephanie Becker and take the belt off of her.
Do you
And
think
I would hate to see it because Stephanie is a great champion, but Stephanie's also dealing with an injury that she's working through.
do you think this is how you break it to Judgment Day if Raquel beats Stephanie for that belt? Because they've been finally, and don't get me wrong, Raquel has been a big woman but hasn't made a big splash, and now they've given her the limelight because Liv was her. She was a vet in the group compared to her and Roxanne. Roxanne's the prodigy, the new girl, but and now she's getting that push to go after Stephanie. Is this a way to break up the Judgment Day where Raquel maybe captures that title and then Liv gets jealous? Even though she said she wasn't going to, maybe you think they'd run that storyline, or Raquel doesn't get it and they build up Liv and Stephanie.
It could go either way. It depends on how they want to push the story and if they're going to start teasing breaking up the Judgment Day because that's going to be the rift that happens. And Liv can go out and be a breakout on her own. Not to say she hasn't already done it, but now she's got more push behind her. The group is just, adding to it. Um, but maybe it comes down to okay, Raquel couldn't get the job done. She says, "Oh, well, I won the Rumble, and I'm going to bring that belt home. You and Roxanne go after the tag team belts."
That wouldn't be a bad thing because you wouldn't have to break up the Judgment Day.
Hmm.
And it, I know when she came back, the ultimate goal, what she said is, we need to make Judgment great again. Right? They need to make the Judgment Day great again. And at one point, they were holding all the gold.
Yes, they were.
And right now, the only person who is holding gold, but unfortunately is hurt, is Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio. That's right.
So I like that push. I like that push, and I hope it does kind of come to a head. Maybe depending on how the storyline goes with Raquel and Stephanie, maybe it starts at Rumble and maybe she wins it all. That'd be pretty good. I mean, she's always come this close,
Hmm.
right? Always this close. She's always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
There you go.
And she's that close. So if that is the rocket ship they're gonna strap to her, I think she is fully capable of running with it and being a great heel champion. That's what they need, a heel champion.
Hmm.
I think that would only
They
elevate.
do.
Yeah,
And I don't want to take anything away from Stephanie McCarra's run because I mean I'm glad to see her hold the belt. I'm glad that she got the push, but at the same token too, she hasn't had much of a run with that belt, and that just seems to be the WWE way right now. Is that we're gonna give the people what they want, but we don't know what to do with it because we weren't ready for it, and we don't know how to write to it. So we're gonna do this and do this and do this, and try to keep our champ, on top of everything. But the fans can see that it's lackluster. The real fans can see that the stories are dwindling and where do you go with it? What do you do? And are you going to change hands? And that kind of sucks that she should have had a lengthy reign and it's only be like 3 months.
yeah, which is crazy because you're right. WWE has been doing that. I think the thrill for wrestling fans is the chase, right? Cody Rhodes has the belt or had the belt. He made 6 title defenses in 2025. Six. That's it.
Hmm.
Granted, yeah, John Cena took it and he got it back, but only 6 defenses in a good span. And then the moment they take it off of him and put it on the heel with Drew McIntyre, now all of a sudden there's a resurgence on, oh, who's gonna get Drew McIntyre? And I feel like you said just a second ago, the Stephanie Vaquer run. I can coincide it with the Julia U.S. Championship run. Like it was like they're
Hmm.
great, fantastic wrestlers, but they don't. Once they get the belt, it's what now? Like what do we do? Like who what's the next program? And you
Hmm.
can't build it fast enough, and then you're just like, then you become Jade Cargill,
Yes.
then you become Tiffany Stratton.
Yes.
Like that's shitty because people were clamoring for Tiffany Stratton to win that belt. People were clamoring for, well, maybe not clamoring, but people wanted a change and then Jade wins the belt. But what have you done? Let's not let her title reign end so sloppily and let her have a good run. And I think she's starting to have a good build up with Raquel. Maybe it might be even better if it ends up being Liv. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to
You
see how
have
that plays
two
out.
viable heels that can chase after that belt. So,
How many more? Because let's just play speculation. If Liv wins it, don't you think there'd be so many more people after her, so many good guys, so many faces that would go after her, make it a lot more sense,
yeah,
right? Because as a heel, you can do dastardly things to win that belt or retain that belt, right?
right.
And then she's part of a group, the Judgment Day, who will help her retain that belt. So it
Hmm.
makes it makes the story a little more interesting because you're like, well, here we go again. They're gonna fuck him over, and then someone might take it off him, and then it's a bigger thing. It's a bigger deal.
Yeah.
So I like that Liv Morgan run. But from that run, I want to jump to AEW. I'm hoping that
I
this
know. I
person
wanted to ask you,
what
who do you have in mind that would be quintessential to the women's division to really make a push or a buzz?
and my answer to this is Megan Bain. Megan Bain. And don't be wrong. I've said it here plenty of times for maybe the past year. I didn't see the special in Megan Bain, and that's on me. I gave it a chance, and I felt like the way they booked her, and this is just a story as old as time, right? The booking was this like, okay, she's gonna squash people, and then I thought I had a really real high hope when they paired her with Penelope Ford. Penelope Ford's work is amazing, and unfortunately she got hurt, but they were vying for the to be the inaugural women's tag team champions. And now she had a nice little run with Marina Shafir, and they had major trouble. And now that Penelope Ford's back, I think Megan Bank can take the reins again as being the big badass. And I
Hmm.
hope because they were pushing her, they fed her to Tony Storm, they fed her to Jamie Hayter, they fed her to a lot of other people. But I'm hoping maybe now that this cheery woman, Willow, is your TBS champion and one half of the tag team champions. My hope is she takes the TBS championship away from her, right? And then forces Babes of Wrath to face her and Penelope for her to get an opportunity, for Willow to get an opportunity to get her a chance at her belt back, and then they take that away from her as well. And then she is a double champion, and Penelope Ford gets to have half that belt. That's what I'm hoping. That's my play for
Yeah.
Megan
Yeah.
Bain and AEW.
Okay.
How how would you elaborate? How would you go into
I
that?
like what you were saying there. I'm going to piggyback on the fact that I am anticipating that that's going to happen. Um, I want to see Megan Bain and Penelope Ford take those belts off Babes of Wrath. They should have been the inaugural, and I still feel that they should have been the inaugural, but that injury really screwed the pooch for them. So I think Tony Khan's next best thing was to put it on them because they had been fan favorites. They still are fan favorites, and they've been pushing more work lately. Even though I talk mess about Willow, I'll still talk mess about Willow because she can be the goody two shoe, hooray, hurrah, wrestler and everything, but every wrestler takes their bumps. Take your bumps, bitch. You ain't nobody special. You're not nobody special. But what I do see with Megan Bain. being the one because you Megan Bain takes bumps. I don't understand. Don't make me go on this rant. Fuck you.
Don't go on this rant. Don't go on this
I
rant.
know, I know, I know. I'm not going to, but Megan Bain does deserve more. I'd like to see her with the TBS championship at some point. Take it off of Willow, please. Or even then, a world title. A world title would be great too.
That wouldn't be bad because who is your current women's champion right now?
Chris Statlander,
Who is similar in size to?
Megan Bain.
Exactly. So that would be a battle of the behemoths, right?
Hell yeah.
Big meat slapping big meat,
Mm-hmm.
right? If the men can say it, the women can too.
Yeah.
And I
There's not,
think
there's nothing wrong with meat on meat.
and I think the way they both work, because Chris Statlander, although she is a bigger woman, works like Bret Hart, like a half technical, half high flying when she needs to, right? And Megan Bain will take those risks as well because she is a powerhouse, more of a brawler, but she's able to take flight when she needs to. Like she is uber athletic. She's uber athletic where it's very believable. And I think the biggest issue with a lot of women in the women's division in just throughout wrestling is credibility. Right? That's the word. It's not can they talk on the microphone? Yes. Can they have great matches? Yes. But the credibility of can Willow really beat Megan Bain? Probably not. Can How did Willow and Harley Cameron beat Athena and Mercedes Moné, two of the best women wrestlers? That right there, that doesn't build credibility. That just makes me feel like, wow, they're really getting a major push. They're almost kind of getting shoved down your throat. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the tough part with the word credibility in women's wrestling because they're trying to get someone over, but they use the wrong dance partner to make it happen, and then it's not believable, and then you kind of
Yep.
get disinterested, right?
Correct.
Like it's really hard, and don't get me wrong, like I can give you ideas all day and say, hey, this is how I would book it, but at the end of the day, I know you're trying to get people over, you're trying to get people TV time, you're trying to push championships or whatever the case may be. It's just the credibility of somebody's champion, your current champions in both WWE and AEW, they don't kind of live up to the hype, unfortunately.
Mm-mm.
Now, going from maybe the pushes, who do you think in any company is maybe lackluster outside? And let me put it away before you say Willow Nightingale. Who do you think is maybe lacking that is current champion? Would it automatically be Willow, or do you feel like there's someone like it's just whether it's
Someone
credibility or
who has a
wrestling?
belt right now that doesn't need it, or it needs to go to someone else.
Yes.
Mm. Oh, you know what? I may have someone in mind. I will pull up a roster real quick. Uh, doesn't hurt to look to see who are your champions.
Where are you looking at this information by chance?
Our unofficial sponsor, the SmackDownHotel.com. So right now in WWE, you have your Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch. You have the U.S. Champion Julia. Uh, you have the Tag Team Champs Rio, which is Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. You have your WWE Champion, which is Jade Cargill, and your World Heavyweight, which is Stephanie McCare. I believe that's all the championship belts on Raw. So if you were to make me pick out of all those with a gun in my head, I would say Jade Cargill. So that's that. Now let's look at
Well, wait,
a,
let's elaborate real quick. What do you think could make her run believable?
a mouthpiece. She needs a Paul Heyman. She needs a Vicky Guerrero. She needs competition because they really don't have anybody going after her, fighting her, which makes no sense.
I think that's like the biggest downfall right now of most champions, right? We just talked about Stephanie McCare,
Mhm.
like, and
You
I
have
think
all these
her is
people on
glaring.
your roster, dude. You have all these people on the roster. I mean, not a lot, but enough. But you don't have. enough vying for the championships, or giving them earned opportunities to make some noise.
Yeah, I don't think there's any credible competitors or opponents for these champions to make anything believable. Like, why is she? She's been a champion for 3 months, 4 months.
Hmm.
Has she defended that belt once?
No, she has not. Not that I could think of.
Not, and if she did, nothing that was fucking worth remembering.
Hmm. That's correct.
And I wonder, and this is just a thought process since we're on her name,
No,
are they
she won it
saving her?
November 1st. Jade Cargill won the WWE Women's Championship November 1st at Saturday Night's main event in
Against
November.
Tiffany. So do you think they're saving her? That's why they're not really booking her and they're making her look strong because she's just kind of attacking people
Dude,
for
she's
Bianca Belair.
so green as fuck, dude.
Yeah. Do you think they're saving her Bianca Belair since they had little, they were a group, they were a team? Maybe. And that's a long way to, that's a long time to think about when is she going to come back. So how long is she going to hold this belt to make this storyline play out? I don't know.
Dude, that's a good one I didn't think about. Bianca should be making her return pretty soon. They did put out there on the sheets that she did re-sign with WWE. She's got new representation now. That way she can do other things also on top of stuff, on top of not just wrestling, but the good old movies, TV shows, commercials, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it would be some shit to see her come back, possibly win the Rumble and go after Jade, because
Uh,
Naomi won't be able to do that for a while because she still has not had the baby yet.
She's Prager's right now.
I think it was in August, if I read that correctly. So she's due soon. She's due soon.
August would be in 8 months.
Hmm.
Still, I think maybe probably sooner than that. Probably early summer then.
So if she announced it in August, they found out a few weeks into it. You're looking, I don't know, by maybe March or April.
Yeah. So I'm just curious to see like, and in turn, you said Jay Cargill. I will use AEW, and I feel like I want to say Willow because Willow sucks, and why is she a double champion? But she's too easy.
You
I
only have four belts on AEW programming, which is World Champion Chris Statlander, TBS Willow Nightingale, Tag Teams Willow Harley.
and I think I will in turn say the women's heavyweight champion, AEW heavyweight champion, Chris Statlander. They have like they're and I'll give Tony Khan more credit than WWE is. He's actually at least throwing opponents at her,
Yeah.
right? They are. They were throwing Jamie Hayter. She had a small little program with Tony Storm. She's been doing these tag teams for whatever reason with Babes of Wrath and stuff like that. But I think she needs a stronger push to give that championship some credibility.
I think on top of what you're saying there, Chris Statlander's credibility dropped, in my opinion, because she went back to go be friends with Willow again because she's a champion on champion and all this shit. And I'm like, I believe that Statlander was up here and then fucking pulled herself back because of those shenanigans.
She should have stayed healed and attacked Willow.
Thank you.
She should have just stayed, kept that personality, attacked Willow, and then or attacked. And obviously she's been her and Mercedes have been having little things, so they're kind of introducing her slowly but surely as the fucking the grieving ex champion Mercedes Monet, and maybe that's the build up for her and Chris Statlander. But I don't. It's not fast enough, unfortunately.
Hmm.
I think as crazy as it sounds, your biggest women's star right now doesn't have a belt, and that's Tony Storm still.
Yep.
Tony Storm, just her character alone holds major weight, and I understand why they took the belt off of her because she really can't. Her character can stand alone, but her thing with Mina and her little will they won't they with Orange Cassidy, like that shit's fucking funny, and it makes you want to watch what's gonna happen next because Mina's a little jealous of Orange, and Orange is like, hey man, whatever, bro, I'm just here,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And Tony Storm's just her facials and how she sells it, it just makes it even funnier or better. So I don't know. Like I think there's a lot of things obviously that both companies are doing really well, and there's a lot of things that could be better. And that's in wrestling across the board anyway. But the women already barely get enough time as it is that I would hope that they'd kind of focus stronger stories to build up those championships.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the goal. Because as crazy as it sounds, like your undercards are probably doing better. Becky Lynch, whether you like her or hate her or whatever, her being a Karen and saying, "Oh, I'm the best champion," and then her beating Maxine Dupree, the fucking social media experiment, like it makes her a better heel,
Mm-hmm.
right? When Chelsea Green was the double champion with the intramural championship with Lucha Libre AAA, what is it called? Is it intramural or whatever? Intergender tag team
Inter-
champ?
Intergender Chelsea Green.
Yeah. And then when she had the U.S. title, like this, her character was able to support her being a champion. Julia doesn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
Her mouthpiece can't even speak for herself. Kiara James, like, what is she doing? I don't think she's adding anything to that act. If anything, she's pulling credibility away from Julia. But you know, you have these mid card champions for a reason to kind of build up stars, and I think, like I said, I think 2026 is, at least for WWE, in my opinion, is either for Liv Morgan or Chelsea Green, or maybe both of them, Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
I don't even know where to fucking begin with AEW, unfortunately. Do you have anyone who you would say is their year this year for maybe pulling something out their ass and making something fantastic in AEW women's? Do you have anybody in mind?
Up and coming next.
Like who's gonna make the big splash in the women's division in AEW?
Shit.
You don't
Let
have to be
me
someone new, but maybe Megan Bain, or are you thinking Mercedes or Hater?
returning former women's champion Thunder Rosa.
La Meta Meta?
La Meta Meta.
She needs it. She just resigned, didn't she?
She resigned. She's been out on injury. She got hurt at that battle royal or whatever happened at All In with all the women. And she just put out there on socials and everything that she's making her return back. She's trying to get her cardio up, and she's already week back into training again and out in the road with AEW. So I would love to see her make a comeback of some sort because
She
she's
needs it.
good. Because she's fucking good, dude. Like you can't take that away from her.
She has a good character. She has a good
Mhm.
character that people do like to get behind or hate. Like it works either way, right?
Mhm.
Let me draw a name for you.
You're not the only one you're not going to see uh like that. Damn it, who was it? I just lost it.
Britt Baker.
Yeah, yes.
You
That's what I
think
was.
you think she's WWE bound?
Well, right now she's on Tony's shit list, so it's possible.
She's
It's
still on
possible
Tony's shit list. Still.
she's on Tony's shit list, so it's possible. I mean, she's not out of her contract yet, but I mean, I don't know if we can get anything on that. When is Britt Baker's contract up? Britt Baker AEW contract signed in late 21 is rumored to run through late 26, with
Oh,
potential extensions for injury time, possibly pushing into 27.
so she's so you're not you she's on your shit list and you're not utilizing her and you can't get rid of her. You're probably not gonna get rid of her, so she can't really go anywhere unless she asks for her release, which hasn't made the dirt sheets once. So that's not a thing. That's not an option yet. What the fuck do you do with her, man? You just it's wasted. It's a waste.
Yeah. Yep.
Because she was probably your most over women's wrestler for a long time.
For a long time. Hmm.
Granted, her wrestling wasn't the best, but her mic skills were damn good for being new, a rookie.
Yeah.
And I think by the time she was, how long has she been out? Like from full
Been,
time schedule, from full time schedule, because it's
it's
been a
been more than
while.
been more than a year.
Yeah, because she made a return and then left again.
Uh huh.
But has there been any, like, when's the last time she actually had like a run of matches? I feel like it was like 2024, almost like no, like maybe even
Her
2023.
last recorded match was on November 13th, 2024, episode of Dynamite where she defeated Penelope Ford. That was her final match before taking an extended break due to injuries, including a mini stroke and other issues, with her last televised appearance being that win.
So she had a mini stroke.
Uh huh.
But how about before that? Did it say when's the match before that?
No, that's just what popped off
Can you
from.
look up cagematch.com? That kind of tell you like her breakdown of matches she's had and the years. Because I'm curious now. I mean, I never heard about the stroke. Obviously, that's a personal thing. That's something you probably won't read about so much. But if she's on the
Okay.
shit list, why is she in the shit list? Like she had some beef with MJF's now wife, right?
Yeah. Hold on. What am I looking here? Wrestlers. Does it have AEW? Yeah, it has AEW in here. Uh, I see a lot of random things on here. There's a lot of people on here.
Yeah, and she was the first woman to sign for AEW. Like she's been there since the beginning. So it's pretty crazy.
They don't have anything for Britt Baker. Am I spelling it right? Yeah, BROITT. Dr. Britt Baker, BMD. There we go. 34 years old. Birthday April 23rd, 91. She's 5'7", 121. She's a female. In ring experience 10 years, beginning of her career 1/8 2015. Um, what am I looking for?
Cage Match doesn't have her list of matches she's had.
Matches. So yeah, 11-13 is what I said. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
defeats Penelope Ford. Before that, she wrestled 10-2 against Serena Deeb in the 5 year anniversary. Then 825 TBS title, Monet defeated Britt Baker, all in London. 817 Collision, Britt Baker defeated Harley Cameron. So, okay. In 24, she only had one, two, three, four, five matches in 2024. Uh,
5 matches in 365 days.
yep. Well, okay. So her last match in 20, she had a run in 2023. Like,
Yeah, as I said, like that's the last time I like saw her like actually make a run,
so
right?
one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. So she got hurt in September of 23, or she was out of AEW because her last match was September 16th, TBS title, Chris Statlander, the champion, versus Britt Baker, and she beat Britt Baker. That was no September 16th. And then the next match that she came in after that was July 24th, and it was at Blood and Guts 2024, where she defeated Hikaru Shida.
So almost a year. So she went from September to July, you said, right? It's
Yep,
almost a year.
almost a year. And then when she came back in 24, she was there. She did 5 dates.
Jesus.
We're looking at that July, and then it's August 17th. She beat Harley Cameron. August 25th, AEW London, all in London. Mercedes defeated Britt Baker and kept the championship, TBS title. October 2nd, fifth year anniversary of Dynamite. Britt Baker defeats Serena Deeb, and then November 13th, Britt Baker defeats Penelope Ford on TV in Connecticut.
And that's it.
That's it. And she's been gone since then.
So since 24.
11-13-24, according to cagematch.net.
So a whole year she's been gone.
A year and some months.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, because what? 25, and then December, January, February. Uh,
We're not in
so
February yet, but yeah, yeah,
yeah,
12, like 13, 14 months.
yep,
Jesus Christ, she ain't got this contract for a while.
yeah, yep. So she could, hey, but she's still getting paid, right?
I don't know. I don't know how those contracts work. I know it's different for every superstar because there's been people who were in AEW who said if I didn't work, I didn't get paid because they're by per appearance. I don't know.
Right.
I'm sure her contract isn't like that, but that's a long time, man. That's a long time not to utilize someone. And obviously there was a health scare if she had a stroke or a mini stroke, regardless. Like, and then her taking care of Adam Cole when they were together.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's a long time, man. How much backstage politics can really affect your fucking life
Yeah.
or your wrestling career? Because I'm sure it wasn't all injury, right? It couldn't have been.
I mean, it could be, or maybe also mental health, because I'm looking here. Fucking 2020, she was busy. Obviously, that's the first year. 21, busy, busy. 22, busy, busy. 23, from beginning of the year till then. And yeah, this is crazy, man.
I don't know. I would like to see her back. I think she can make a. I think the women's division doesn't need to hire more people. They just need to bring her back, shake up some storylines.
Bring back Thunder Rosa. Bring back Hikaru Shida. Bring back Britt Baker. Bring back some of your day ones, man. Because a lot of these were our day ones that we don't have on TV anymore.
And if I think even having Britt Baker back could refresh Jamie Hayter,
Hmm.
whether they're opponents or maybe they're fucking friends again, little faction again. Like it could help in a numerous ways, right? Same thing with Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa can go after a TBS champion. There could be a mid card thing going for her to get back to the women's world heavyweight championship.
Hmm.
And she was your first two-time champion or three-time champion, right? So like it wouldn't hurt to have her back. She knows how to fucking fight. I think me and you can both agree that AEW women's can utilize a shakeup right now. Wouldn't
Yep.
hurt. It wouldn't hurt to kind of help kind of bring some storyline into the fold.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you do? A shakeup would really put everyone on their toes and be like, oh shit, I got somebody new chasing me. I got somebody new coming my way. Or, oh, I can finally have this feud I've been wanting to have with this person.
Yeah, I think it's a big difference from WWE because WWE has purposely split the brands,
Yep.
right? So you have like people in each brand fighting for the opportunity or defending their championship.
Essentially, AEW did the same thing with Dynamite and Collision, but then it just started kind of bleeding over because they started like losing a lot of wrestlers.
Yeah, and but like that's the thing. Like they didn't stick to that format. Whether Tony Khan didn't want to mimic something, or people losing people to injury, or just flip flopping companies, whatever the case may be, they
Hmm.
never stuck to it. So it's just I think the AEW women's division could use that shakeup because it really needs to be refreshed. That's all.
Hmm.
But we know that most of the women in AEW can fucking go,
Hmm.
just like the men's. And I think the biggest evidence is Blood and Guts, the first women's Blood and Guts. Like just seeing that and how far they were willing to go and how far they're willing to take it shows you that they're very capable of putting on a show.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to 2026. We're almost a month in already, and
Hmm.
there's I think I don't think I can speak out of turn here, but I feel like this could be a big year for women's wrestling in general.
Yes. And we also maybe finally be losing a couple of people, and not just to injury. At least one of them, I was reading. Becky Lynch is stating that this is her last run. Um, Not that she doesn't want to do it anymore, but she wants to be more involved with with her daughter's life. Who knows if Baby number two may be something that her and Seth have been talking about, and she feels like she's been giving it all her all this time around, and I think now that she's done everything, I think it's time to call it quits. So this may be another one.
I read that. I don't know how long her contract is, but she said this is her last contract. Right?
Hmm.
Correct? Like this is it. Like it could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, but hey, kudos to them for making decisions for their own personal reasons, so
Yeah.
for family or for health reasons or whatever the case may be. It might all three of them. I don't know, right? Like it could be a number of things because wrestling is it's a toll on your body.
Yep.
Ask any wrestler, hell, local or professional. Like they'll tell you, like, oh man, I wake up fucking in pain. It's all for the love of wrestling
Damn right.
and for the entertainment of all those fans. That's the best part.
For
So
real.
I do want to say this. This month, here in Texas in Cedar Park, AEW will be returning for Dynamite on January 28th at the HEB Center in Cedar Park. So they'll be here in next week. And then I believe WWE SmackDown, no, Raw, is coming March 15th or 16th to San Antonio. So if you're in the Texas, and I know they're doing residencies right now, TNA's doing a residency in Dallas, Fort Worth, and AEW just finished their residency, or Ring of Honor just finished their residency, no? Currently?
The currently for this Saturday and the following, Collision is at the esports arena there in Dallas.
So they're finishing up maybe their residency in Dallas, but they're coming to Cedar Park and then maybe Houston. I'm not sure. That's usually their
Yeah.
run.
Cedar Park is getting dynamite. That's why Dallas is still doing Collision over there. Collision is being filmed every week over there.
Nice, nice. So if you're in the Texas area where we're from, go catch some wrestling.
You damn right.
And of course, you always got all the local shows. I believe there's a local show with one of Fern's friends, Studstash, who'll be
Hmm.
fighting in Austin this weekend.
Yep.
So I don't know what it's called. I know it's at the Come and Take It bar. So if you have a chance, go watch that. And I know there's RCW, no, Reality of Wrestling in Houston, Booker T's promotion. It's going on right now. So
Hmm.
I know
RC, RCW has something coming up, and United 210 early February. I believe it's when is Super Bowl on the 8th,
ninth.
the ninth. Okay, so that's Sunday of Super Bowl. Breakaway Brewing is celebrating. Don't quote me. 3 or 4 years of being open. And it's the 8th of February, not the ninth. The ninth is a Monday. If you wait till the ninth, you won't be able to watch it.
Oh,
So on the 8th, 1 p.m. They're at the brewery. They're gonna do like last time, have the ring set up outside. This is your pregame to the Super Bowl, and then of course they're gonna be showing it there, or maybe to set you up, get you pre-lit before your Super Bowl parties. That if you go to any party or someone hosting it or whatever. But yeah, 1 o'clock, and they're gonna have a bunch of matches set up on that one. It's gonna be the kickoff to United 2-0 season 5, the beginning of the end.
nice, nice. So there's a lot of local wrestling. There's a lot of major wrestling coming. This is a good year, man.
Yes.
TNA just made their premiere in AMC, so I mean, stay tuned for all that. Like, there's a lot of stuff coming, and I'm very excited for the women's wrestling. I think there's gonna be a big splash this year, and I hope with all these title changes in the beginning of this year and the end of last year that we can actually see some people kind of take the reins and really run with it. So.
Hmm.
But before we sign off, again, we appreciate you tuning in for another Top Rope Tuesday. You want to watch back, you can catch us on any of your favorite platforms to listen or watch the podcast. Our favorites, YouTube, Spotify with video, Twitch, or wherever else you get your podcast needs. And of course at the socials at Beyond the Ropes Pod. Please give us a follow on Facebook. Like Fern said, tell your family, tell your friends. Even if they don't like wrestling, just give us a follow so we can start going live on there.
Hmm.
Anything you want to add?
Hey man. Uh, we're still in those I don't know stages, but it looks like things are starting to become a little more clear. Catch us on Thursday while we catch up with what's been going on in this week of wrestling.
Oh yeah. So all you can do is stay tuned for more stories, more violence.
because we're the podcast that hits back, brother.
Woo!